The last gift. Jack walked to work, caught in the flow of people hurrying through the winter city. The streets were decorated with lights, festive discounts flickered in store windows, and Christmas carols filled the air. The city was engulfed in pre-holiday hustle, but for Jack, all of this felt distant and foreign. He noticed how everyone around him was busy buying gifts, choosing things, bargaining with vendors, while he himself felt empty. He hadn't bought anything and didn't know what to get Emma. He wasn't even sure if he had enough money for any gift and wondered what could be appropriate. What should I get her? How can I truly surprise her? Jack thought as he passed a shop window filled with beautiful jewelry. He knew Emma liked elegant things, but he couldn't afford them. They had gotten married very young, when they still couldn't provide for themselves. Both were orphans, and life had been far from easy for them. Together, they tried to create a home, but it was a home without luxury, with only a few belongings left to them by their parents. But the most important thing for them was each other. At work, his thoughts didn't leave him, and focusing on tasks was difficult. He kept thinking about her long, shiny hair. She's so proud of it, he mused, but always complains she can't find a good comb. I want to give her a gift, but how? How can I buy something for her when even the simplest things are out of my reach? Meanwhile, Emma, sitting in her small kitchen, tried to come up with something festive for dinner. She looked at the shelves where there was almost nothing. The kitchen was empty, just like their life. Emma wondered how she could make Jack happy. Recently, her hair had been her pride. It was long and healthy, and she took great care of it. But she still didn't have a good comb. Maybe I can do something for him, she thought. He always says that watches are important to him, but that strap, it's old and worn out. I know he's embarrassed to show it in public, but what can I do when I don't have enough for a nice gift? With a heavy heart, Emma glanced at her hair. She wished she could get something for it, maybe a new comb, but how? She didn't even have money for bread. What if I sell something? But what do I have that could be valuable to anyone? Jack and Emma were both preoccupied with the same thought. Each was thinking about the other, trying to find a way to make their loved one happy. Each was worried they couldn't find the right gift, unsure where to start. Both kept their worries to themselves, unaware that in reality, they were both ready to make a great sacrifice in order to give each other something truly special. They didn't know what to do, but both decided it was time to act. And so, late in the evening, when the city was bathed in lights and shadows and the last pedestrians had gone home, Jack and Emma, each in their own haste, rushed into the night, not realizing that similar decisions were unfolding in their hearts. Jack rushed out of his office, deciding that he needed to buy what he had long wanted to give Emma. He ran through the snowy streets, mentally repeating, "She deserves better." He knew his gift had to be special, and this step was the only thing that could change everything. Meanwhile, Emma, with quick steps, left the house. She didn't know where to go, but she needed to find a way to make Jack feel valued and confident. She remembered his words about how embarrassed he was to show his old watch and decided she would find him a better strap. Her heart told her this would be exactly what he would appreciate the most. When Jack came home, Emma was already there, standing in front of the mirror. She looked a little pale and anxious. At first glance, everything seemed normal, but Jack sensed something was off. "Emma, what happened to your hair?" he asked, not believing his eyes. She silently turned to him. In her hands was a small package. She was holding back tears. "I sold it, Jack," she said. "I bought a strap for your watch. I know you're embarrassed by it, but I wanted you to be proud of it. You deserve better." Jack stood there, not knowing what to say. Thoughts raced through his head, but for a moment, everything faded when he saw the gift she was holding. He also grabbed the box he had brought with him. "And this is for you," he said, handing her the box with a comb inside. "I bought it because I remember you always saying you didn't have a good one." I sold my watch to get you what you dreamed of." They both silently opened their gifts, and at that moment, when they realized how much they were both willing to sacrifice for each other, their hearts warmed. "We both did it," Jack said with a smile. "And it doesn't even matter what we lost. The important thing is that we gave each other love. I think we should save these gifts for the future." They began to laugh and embrace, and that laughter was the most precious gift they could give each other. Even though their home was empty and the gifts weren't what they had dreamed of, they were truly happy. Emma and Jack danced, oblivious to the night, and only their hearts full of love were the greatest treasure they had. The empty house was full of life and happiness because they had found each other.